is Ella and welcome to Succulent House. If you are a new subscriber, welcome, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notifications down below so that you will know when I upload a new video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching our videos, and I'm glad that you're back. And I really appreciate all of the time that you spent on watching all of our videos and also commenting on our blogs. So for today's video, I'm going to answer a question that I received in one of the comments here on YouTube. Somebody asked, how am I caring for my succulents and cacti during the rainy season? If you're in the Philippines, you already know that it's mid-month of June and DepEd already declared that it's officially the start of the rainy season. That is why it's very important to shift our care for our succulents from summer to rainy. In today's video, I'm going to answer that question by showing you what I normally do after the rain. So there are a couple of tools that I use after the rain, and I got them from Lazada. I will link the video of that unboxing down below. If you don't have that, that's okay. I will show you how you will remove some of the water that is left on your succulents. So before I bring you to the greenhouse and my garden, I will just like to take note that drainage and having a good draining soil is very important during the rainy season. Make sure that your pots have holes in them. Now, if you do not have any holes, for example, if there are some ceramics that have sensitive value to you and you don't want to put holes in it, that's okay. But I'm going to show you what trick on what to do during the rainy season. So, are you ready? Let's go. So guys, the rain has finally stopped. Now let's look at the succulents. So the first thing that I go to is this area right here. This is where my Opuntia bunny ears or Opuntia macrodasis are here, my sedum. And these three succulents, these ones love water and they don't mind even if they get rained on or they get watered every day. So what I normally do is I use this tool after the rain and I just blow off excess water that might cause some sunburn just in case the sun comes up later. So I know that there are some myths that are going on about sunburns caused by water droplets, but in my experience, I do see, if I don't do this, I do see some sunburns in some of my succulents, so it's better to be safe. Now, if you don't have this, all you need to do is to just blow off the excess water on your succulents. So I did a test. This is my Echeveria mini bell. I did a test. I put this one on shade with less water, and then I noticed that the leaves started to fall off. So I came to a conclusion that mini bell is just like this sedum, that they love water and sunlight. So I placed them back here where they will get enough rain. This one, as long as you have like a good draining soil mix, she's okay with water, she's okay with rain and full sun to get that beautiful purple color. Okay, so I'm done with this table. The next place that I go to is that I check my succulent bed. They don't get as much rain because they only get like this area has a little bit of roof. So what I normally do is just I blow off some of the water, especially in this Harry Watson. Okay. I check all of them, and then I go here. Now, this jelly bean bananas, they love water and sunlight, so I let them get some rain. Here, I will show you some of my ceramics here have sentimental value, so they don't have any holes in it. But like other sedums do love water. Just make sure that they are not sitting in water like that. Or for example, for this one, just blow off the excess water that builds in the leaves, and you'll be fine. Now this is an example of what happens after the rain. The water build up here because this teapot does not have any holes in it, but because this belongs to my mother, I did not put any holes in it. What I normally do after the rain is I just tilt. If you have teapots, I just tilt the teapot like that, and the excess water drains from there. Then also after the rain, in this area there's a huge yellow bell tree that my mom planted a few years ago. So the flowers do drop off in some of my succulents, and sometimes they rot in here, which then causes also root rot in rotting in my other succulents. Now here is one of my dish garden. If you notice, this one is already dead, so I think I need to redo some of this. And this one, my semperbibum, is already dead, so it doesn't have any holes. This is why I placed like a rock at the middle, so that the water will drain off. And so what I normally do is I just drain the water from this pot, because also it doesn't have any holes in it. And then if there's a buildup of water, I just tilt this over so that it will drain faster. Oops. And then I put it back up. So what happens is that the water that flows from here goes here. Then you can easily just tilt it back up. So see, the water is almost flushed out, but I let them be like this for an entire day. Also, here's another example. There's a water buildup here, if you can see. So what I normally do is same like the teacup, I just tilt them like that. And also the excess water from this succulent, my flapjack. There. Also with this one, they're filled with succulents. So I think I need to get the very bottom of this on another day, but I'll try. There you go. So what I normally do is either I tilt them and there's no water that come out, I'll just blow off the water droplets. And this is my favorite, by the way. So that's why I always check her. Same goes with this one. I tilt them over and blow off the excess water droplets. So all you need to do is to do this on all of your succulents. If you have succulents that you put out in the rain. Here at the bottom, you see there's some water droplets here. So you can see this one died. Also, I noticed this one is already sick. So, this is what I do after the rain. I always check them for clues if they're overwatered. So this probably got some water in here, and which caused this portion right here to be mushy. So I just take them off and let this one dry off. So once this area is dry, I'm gonna put it back in there. Okay. Now for dish garden, I think this one has hole, but to make sure, I always tilt out my dish gardens just to make sure that there are no water build up. So it's gonna drain. I will leave it for a couple of hours just like that. Now let's go to another area of my garden. So I think that's it. That's normally what I do after the rain. I just check all of my succulents and cacti that are out here, and I make sure that there's no water build up in any of the pots. So I do hope that you learned something from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again on our next video. Bye!